I attempted to 100% Star Wars Battlefront II achievements for May 4th. Giving myself about a month to accomplish the game, I was in for some serious grinding, and maybe even failure. Star Wars Battlefront II. No, not that one. This one. At the time of launch, the game was in a, well, less than enjoyable state. Loot boxes, locked content, pay to win, lack of modes, you know. After some, community suggestions, the game was vastly improved and the player base thrived. Being a pre-order adopter of the game, I never got to experience the game at its peak. Mostly because as soon as the game became loved and enjoyed, all support was ended. So I want 100% the achievements and fully experience this version of the game. And what a version of the game it is. Featuring 43 achievements, supposedly taking around 60 hours with a 5 out of 10 difficulty. But never tell me the odds. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. Right, okay, well, maybe I'll try later on. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. Loading up a match later, I would encounter my greatest foe. An evil force threatening to destroy all my Star Wars hopes and dreams. No, not Disney. Lag. Yes, this is actual gameplay. I swear it's moving. Well, today's just not my day. Next day I loaded up the game, pretty sure the challenge was done. Then I browsed to the character customization screen. And well, I became a child in an action figure store. Okay, we have to do this. Deciding to go for some easy achievements for starters, I completed an arcade match and played through each battle scenario. Battle scenarios serve mostly as hero tutorials. They're quick missions that give an achievement upon completion of them all. With my confidence restored, I go for the achievement requiring a win in each game mode. First up, Blast, a 16-player shootout on smaller maps. Okay, not too bad. Then Galactic Assault. It plays pretty similar to OG Battlefront. I've heard this is one of the worst modes to play now, so I'm glad I got it done right away.
Nicely done, boys. Nicely done. Separatists are pulling back and our fleet's arriving in system. I'd call this a...
Next on the list is Strike Extraction, kind of like Star Wars Overwatch. This mode is almost completely empty and it would take forever to find a match. When I did get into a match, it'd be an extraction match, so no achievement. I did manage to get the achievement for getting the first kill in a match. Then I picked up a win in Heroes vs Villains mode, pretty self-explanatory.
Watch me. Enough.
The deadly son of Dathomir carves a path to victory, as Maul performs the final kill of the match.
And try out Starfighter Assault for a win there. I'm not going into it now, but this mode shall be my undoing later on.
The way is clear for our...
With a good start, I discovered a huge strategy to not only obtaining achievements, but also leveling up characters, guns, and unlocking star cards. Because at this point, I was still being owned by max level players. A new hope for my achievement hunt, called Co-op mode. A 4-player mode versus waves of AI, with objectives straight out of OG Battlefront. This mode was the chosen one, who would restore balance in my challenge. Too much? Sorry. Upon realizing that most kill-related achievements could be unlocked via this mode, I quickly loaded into it and exclusively played it with few exceptions, focusing first on the heavy class as they deal incredible damage and rack up points fast. I eventually mowed down 150 enemies for the Sentry Gunner achievement. Gaining the complete 25 milestones achievement randomly here. Oh, cool. Wasn't even working on this yet. Then I mastered the Sniper class, gaining 25 headshot achievements. After, it was the Officer class. Requires boosting 100 allies. Nice. Another one done. And rounding out the class-specific achievements was defeating 3 enemies in one use of the Soldier's Vanguard ability. During all the grinding, I reached level 25. The OBS screen was being weird here, so that's why it's out of focus. With those completed, I focused on defeating 500 enemies with heroes or villain. Made very easy in co-op mode, as hero classes aren't always being hogged. Taking a break from that grind, I went for the 25 interceptor kill streaks. This one was incredibly frustrating, as I needed to obtain 2 kills and 1 life. Very sensitive controls and serious lag made me get wrecked over and over. After much grinding and realizing the difference between kills and assisted kills, I unlocked the achievement. Yes, let's go. Having had more than enough of that mode for now, it's finally time to scratch the strike mode achievement off the list. Spending hours either waiting for a match or only getting extraction games, finally loaded into my first strike match. Yes, my first. And oh boy was it ugly. My team had a 3-on-1 advantage and we were still getting owned. But after some back and forth, the opposing player decided to quit. Thank you, sir. Finally getting my win. Unlocking 2 achievements here: Strike Back, win a match of Strike, and Galaxy at War, for winning a match in every mode. After that, I headed back into co-op to work towards a level 50 achievement, as well as continue to level my characters. You may have noticed how fast I was ranking up, due largely to double XP on the weekends. I'll spare you the grind, as I would just play missions for hours grinding XP, thoroughly enjoying myself at this point still. Making significant headway, I switched over to Heroes vs Villains mode to gain the achievement for 50 kills. This was kind of frustrating due to uneven teams and lag, of course. Again, not knowing that the game counts kills differently depending on who knows what at this point. I eventually realized the difference between your score, enemies defeated, and actual kills. With that in mind, I quickly obtained the achievement and also got the achievement for playing as all launch heroes in the game. I shall add this achievement to my collection. This is where the fun begins, the story campaign. While it's easy to dunk on these type of games having campaigns, I always appreciate when they add it in, unless you're MW3. And this one isn't bad, I mean, really, it's not bad. You spend the game playing as Inferno Squad leader, Aiden Versio, as she navigates the fall of the Empire. And by navigating, I mean changing sides, having a redemption arc, and lots of daddy issues.
Agent Hask, do you read me?
Starting off, we have to escape a rebel cruiser.
With this ruse, we will divert the Empire's attention away from Sunos. We are...
Yo, it's Akbar. Spoiler warning, bro, it's actually a trap. Grab the achievement here for shocking 3 enemies with droid, only time I really used him. And finish the mission in style.
Agent Hask, I'm in position.
Understood.
Landing on Endor because Ewok hats are so in this season.
Commander Versio, report.
We have eyes on a rebel recovery team, Admiral, but we're too late to capture the saboteurs.
We witness the destruction of Death Star number 2. And immediately start blaming old Palps for his ego.
Outnumbered and outgunned.
It's simple. The Emperor underestimated the strength of our enemy, and we paid the price.
Here I get the achievement for multi-kills with the barrage ability. Then fight our way off planet, do some space combat for another mission achievement. Next we free a Star Destroyer for that achievement. Later we become giddy fanboys as we meet Luke Skywalker himself. These cameo levels are actually pretty fun. They treat canon Star Wars characters better than the sequel trilogy.
What I sensed was true. There must be something special about this place.
Who are you? I heard you call out. Sounded like you needed help. Yeah, I do. You think you can get me out of this?
Hold still.
After squishing lots of bugs, we unlock the mission achievement, Observatory. Then we go through old Palp's junk. Hey yo, let me finish. Junk closet with our new BFF and find, oh dude, it's the map. Yo, it's the map to Skywalker. So iconic. Can't wait for this to pay off. Next up is probably the most important contribution to Star Wars lore from this game. Operation Cinder. Lore break. Operation Cinder was, to put it bluntly, part of Emperor Palpatine's evil contingency plan. In the event of Emperor's death, a series of red-robed messenger droids were to go out to designated members of the Empire and deliver his final orders. These orders? To burn away ideals of resistance, rebellion, and defiance through attacks that would scour a planet, such as Palpatine's own homeworld of Naboo. The logistics of Operation Cinder involves using climate disruption arrays to alter weather around the planet in order to create catastrophic storms. Landing on our home, the squad realizes the Empire has finally gone too far by killing its own people. We decide to not stand for these atrocities by disobeying orders, ditching Husk, and murdering our own people. But you know they asked for it, right? Right? Nabbing the achievement for stealth killing a scout trooper, we steal an AT-AT and escape the planet with our achievement.
Patch me into the Corvus. Commander, I've got the civilians you sent to the ship. Good. Lock down the Corvus. Agent Hask will send troopers to capture the raider.
Surrendering to the Rebels, or Alliance, or New Republic, we are taken in by Lando Calrissian himself, and assigned to aid Naboo. After destroying Palp's Cinder satellites, for an achievement, we land on the planet, fortunately finding no Gungans. And gain another story achievement by aiding Princess Leia. Royalty. All past atrocities and murder are forgotten, and we become trusted and loved members of the Rebels. The next mission has us playing as Beard Solo.
I don't know that you're good for anything. Where's my Wookiee?
Chewie's working on the Falcon. Long-range communicator.
Putting some Imperial informant off planet. We blow some stuff up. Encounter undead stormtroopers.
You know the Falcon.
And escape from the Falcon. General distress. Definitely distressed over the beard.
See you there.
Disguising ourselves as stormtroopers, we go to Cloud City. For revenge?
Get ready, Del. Knowing Hask, he'll put up a
Information? Oh, daddy issues. Blowing our cover and a few Star Destroyers, we leave with the achievement. Then we finally get to play as the man himself, General Lando freaking Calrissian. Destroying an old factory for some reason. We escape in an AT-ST. Cache grab. Oh, we're grabbing cash? Now it's time to wrap up the story with the Battle of Jakku. Eliminating 8 TIE fighters during the level for X-Wing vs TIE Fighter achievement. Nice reference. Hey look at the race future home. We take revenge on Husk, or Hask. Then land on a Star Destroyer while it's blowing up. Why? Daddy issues. Escaping with the achievement and reuniting for a cheese-covered finale. We are done here. Goodbye. The actual end happens years later, because we can't have happy endings with EA. Kylo Ren tracks down Mr. Versio looking for the map to Skywalker. Yo, this is gonna pay off. Jokes aside, I think the sequence is pretty cool, just bullying everyone as Kylo Ren. Then Hask shows up and kills the Aura. Now we're done. But hey, what about the Resurrection DLC? What? You know, those awful story levels thrown together as a Last Jedi tie-in. Hey, shut up. Yeah, so 3 more story cheap. The main campaign is a pretty good time overall, but this is garbage. Kinda like the movie it's tying into, haha. Let's just breeze through this. We destroy some pirates, get our first achievement, go back to our old Imperial home, because I hear it's just lovely when it snows.
At least it's snowing. That's nice.
That isn't snow. It's atmospheric gash.
Oh, gross. We rescue our daughter from Husk for the achievement pop, Asses of the Empire. I mean, ashes. Then we take some TIE fighters and land inside a Star Destroyer to finally take revenge on Lask. Blah blah blah, more shooting, running through the level, plant some bombs, blah blah blah, more shooting. Finally shoot Hask in the digits and get out of here. Story, something, I'm done, bye. With that business done, I return to the level 50 grind. Aided by the discovery of triple XP on Tuesday and Wednesdays, I finally reached the milestone. The Force is strong with this one. More like the Force is getting tired of this one. Now this is where the fun really begins, as all I have left is 3 Starfighter achievements. The only one left that I feel is actually obtainable is destroying 25 objectives in Starfighter Assault. Very tedious. Again, lag in space is not very helpful. Slowly, I crawled towards it. Finally destroying the last objective I needed, and taking a big sigh of relief, that tedious achievement was finally finished. Using the momentum, I started working on the hardest achievement in the game, kill 25 hero ships with basic ships. What makes the achievement even harder is the randomness of hero ships showing up, and the fact that they are all tanky as a hut. Anyway, grinding for a while I managed to get what I thought was 5 hero ship kills, but sadly, no, still at 0. After much grinding with no progress, getting sick, and recent hacker activity rendering the game unplayable, looks like we're taking the L on this challenge.
Failed I have, into exile I go.